Hey guys, it's Eric.
This is Ted.
It's Chris.
And Glenda.
We are D&D Miniature and Board Games.
Woo!
So, we got done playing Ghostbusters the Board Game 2 by Cryptozoic. Yeah.
What? I saw the
Cryptozoic.
I keep thinking you're trying to put your head on Tim's shoulder.
Cryptozoic.
Cryptozoic, yeah.
Yeah.
That's
So, and as you guys know, when we get done playing something, we go ahead and we review it. Our normal review, we score on 1 to 5, 3 being average, 5 being outstanding, and 1 being a steaming pile of cow dung.
I'll have to get you off of that.
Yeah, we know.
What?
So we score on
There's no 0 rating?
artwork and graphics, rulebook, components, replayability, and overall fun. Graphics and artwork, we always let Tim take this, so you know what? Chris, go ahead.
Alright. I gave it a 5.
And nobody cares.
Well, that's fine because you shouldn't. I mean, it's all taken from the comic, TV show. It's all taken from other media. I mean, makes sense. You got other sources to go with. It's not like that's bad, but it's also not original. I mean, IDW games are helped out with this a lot, so I can't really.
Well, I mean, we've played
or comics.
We've played many a game that was based off of something else, and that is a great draw. I think one of the worst things to see is somebody get the rights to something that is mainstream and known, and then not use
Not
The
the
source.
stuff. Yeah,
Right.
the stuff that's already provided. So for them to do it, it was
Yeah, I mean, it
It's
did a good
always-
job with
it's always great.
the tiles look fantastic. There's a lot of pink everywhere. The character art is fine. I mean, it stays true to the source, and I can't complain. I definitely like these cards here. The ghost cards, they provide some detail on how they move and attack and so on and so forth. So that's always nice. I gave it a 5. I thought it was great.
The only drawback that I had on it, and my overall score was a 4, was that even though everything is really good, some of it's really busy. It's crammed in there. There's a lot to look at. There's a lot to see. There's a lot to decipher. Not saying that takes away from the game in any way, shape, or form. I'm saying from my standpoint, I thought it was a little busy, and I couldn't give it the perfect 5.
I like busy.
Glenda?
Oh, I gave it a
What?
5.
The guy-
My mind is
the
all
guy
made
with
up
ADHD
when
likes it busy.
when we unbox it. From the box to the cards and everything that we use for the game, all the graphics, I thought it's perfect. I know what you're saying is busy, but it didn't mess up with my brain, so it's a 5.
Hey, so 3 out of 4 agree that it's a 5 because I gave it a 5 as well. I thought the artwork on the cards was great. I thought the map tiles were great. They were defined well. You could tell where all the spaces were. You could tell what the lines were. Because of the different colored lines, I will admit I had to ask Chris a few times because he had a rule book at the time.
Oh, yeah,
What was line of sight? What wasn't line of sight? What blocked movement?
Yeah, orange and red are pretty close in color, especially for those who are colorblind to an extent. I'm sure that can be a problem.
But I gave it a 5. I thought everything was pretty good, right down to the lithograph, Tim, above the Robotech RPG Tactics.
What?
Yeah, grab that lithograph up there.
This?
Yep.
What?
Oh yeah, yep.
So
I haven't seen it.
Yeah, what is that?
that came with the one of the
For
Kickstarter
sure.
exclusives. It was a nice Ghostbusters the Board Game 2 lithograph,
This is definitely something we could take and get it all.
That's cool.
and
Frame it, and it's actually really.
I mean, it just, I don't know. I grab
It's
the
a treat.
right guy. Okay.
It is.
I mean,
So-
yeah.
Now I'm going to take Rulebook.
Rulebook.
I gave Rulebook a 2.
Oh yeah.
Whoa.
I mean, it's not that bad, but.
I found it, though it kind of went in order for the most part. When we had questions about stuff, I just found it too hard to find the answer really fast. And
Yeah.
I found some things a little bit confusing during the playthrough. If you watch it, you'll notice that there was actually a discrepancy between the rulebook and the quick reference guide. At that point, that was what made my decision a 2, because if you can't get your quick reference guide and your rulebook the same, to where it has to be deciphered while you're playing and you have to make a quick decision which way you're going to go, I'm sorry, that drops it below average for me. You gotta proofread the stuff.
I'm inclined to agree. I mean, I was the one looking at the rulebook once at a time. And, I mean, I didn't give it a 2. I gave it a 3. I think the rulebook is not horrible. It describes things well. The one thing I don't like about rulebooks, and designers in general like to name a whole bunch of different things, different words. Extract, trap. Like, it's all the same thing, but they give it a different word for each different entity. I mean, call
Because
ghosts.
of the game.
I don't know. Like,
that's
it's just. I get it. Everyone wants to come up with their own vocabulary, be fancy about their game, be like.
That was my drawback.
Yeah, have slang, their own slang, and it's just. Yeah.
The wording, the wording was eek, and like I was, telling Eric, it seems like it's not laid out A to B. There's a lot of jumping around back and forth. Go to page 5 to see this, and then go back to page 2 to read the rest of it. I saw
we were
that.
started out on page 3,
Right,
so it was like.
So I gave it a 3. It could be better. I think the one thing I will say about it, though, is that the questions we had that came up about a rule with some time.
I mean, they're in there.
We're located.
There's no index.
As long as
There is, but it doesn't work when you're trying to find stuff.
right, but that's
The
what I'm
very
saying.
front
though,
has an index,
as
but
long
it
as
was
it's found.
But not like not with keywords that we're looking for. Like, there's
Yeah.
no index for, like, summoned or trapped or extracted, stuff like that.
Come on.
well, that's in the glossary on the last third to the
No,
last page.
Linda, what'd you give
What
it?
did you end up giving? A 3?
I gave it a 3.
I gave it a 3 too. I think it's the ease of using the rule book. The material for the rule book is perfect. It's nice, but I guess it's the wording, like you said, and probably the ease of using it, because not everybody has no job or you have so much time to read the rule book. Sometimes you just want to just play and probably read it
We need
through fast.
It did have nice
Yeah.
diagrams.
I guess that's what it is.
I gave
you
it a
know.
3 because it has pictures.
Exactly, that's why the material is good.
And they
Yeah.
actually made sense with what you were explaining if you didn't have to go to 4 different pages for the
Yeah,
explanation.
I need a brain like Sheldon Cooper. Because that way it'd be eidetic, and I wouldn't have to keep referring. I would just read the book once and know
and
everything.
know everything. So I guess that's a 3 for most of us,
That's-
right?
No, I mean, I just wanted to further in that point with the whole typo. I mean, that's just, you can't do that. That's just wrong.
Proofreading.
It's
Proofreading.
wrong.
Tim, say components, bud.
I love these freaking models. I still have yet to see a major game use the opaque resin. I love it. I think it was the neatest part of the first game with the components. It's the neatest part in this one because now it's all new.
And
So-
the color, they changed it too from
Yeah.
the first
I
one
like it.
There's
to
a
this one.
buttload of colors. I gave it a 5. You can't beat it.
I'm gonna make how do I say? I'm gonna say everyone here gave it a 5, although I don't know.
He's gonna
but
deviate from the 5.
Yeah, I'm just gonna say I think everyone here agrees. Maybe, I don't know yet. That the components are a 5. It's just so well. I mean, the models, everything he said, just amplify it. It's great. There's nothing wrong with it. I don't find anything wrong with the components at all. It's just maybe the dice. could have better dice.
Or you grabbed the right dice.
I don't know.
Just kidding.
So,
Wow.
apparently I don't exist in this review. Because I gave Components a 4.
Ooh, damn.
It's still not bad. I mean,
And there's a reason.
Yeah, actually, I want to see the negative on this.
I like... Well, 4 is still above average.
I
It's just not... I didn't give it a
you
perfect.
didn't give it a perfect score.
There were...
What did you say?
I've already got one figure that because the plastic is so thin, that part of it is snapped off.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Several of the figures are really, really thin. If you're not really careful with them, they're going to snap.
Oh, that's the one with just one on the neck?
No, I got one of my Slimer guys is already
That's
snapped.
Slimer? Where, man?
He's, it's in the, see?
Oh, no.
So
Not
Slimer's already snapped. And when we were doing the unboxing and I was looking at some of the figures, some of the Ghostbusters, the necks are really
The
thin.
thin one.
If you
the
aren't
thin
careful,
material.
you're going to bust that head right off.
Snap their neck?
I understand why they went with thin because it's based more on the comics and the comic and cartoon characters are really
They're like
the
super
animation is
thin,
really
yeah.
super
Just,
thin. But because of that, you stand a chance of making a brittle figure that will break easy. That's why I gave it a 4. Glenda?
Just the production. On
good.
the production.
Reason.
Well, for me, it's a 5. Again, I'm so biased with this. Everything is so beautiful. These are my gummy bears. It's just, it's a.
And in the playthrough, you'll see her chewing on one.
Maybe
Does
that's
she?
why it broke. But it's everything about it. It's.
I feel like
perfect.
chewing on one.
I was just diddling one.
Gummy bear.
Glenda, take replayability.
I gave it a 5 too.
Is there anything you didn't give a 5?
I
besides-
know, right?
perfect
I'm such
score
a
all
sucker
around,
of
like-
this game.
Well,
Pretty
you
much.
know
I think
she
I gave
really
the same
liked.
thing.
She really liked the first Ghostbusters.
The first
game.
Ghostbusters.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So.
So she's biased.
No, I like the game. The replayability. Oh my gosh, how many scenarios you can have with this, and different people again, different
I
brains.
think I've got 6 campaigns for this game, and each campaign has 3 or 4. I think it's 4 scenarios,
See
and you've got several different characters.
and strategies and way to go about it, and
Mm.
the events that just oh my gosh.
Mm.
So my replayability, I as well gave it a 5.
Mm.
But I also gave it a 5 on the fact that the first one I saw potential, but this one I see that
You're
once you get done with
really-
the campaigns, you could replay them. But I see the ability with this, with all the extra map tiles and the expansions, that you could easily make your own scenarios with this game.
Oh.
It wouldn't be difficult.
No, I'm sure there are
And-
already people who could.
The house
Yeah.
rules.
You could do one-shot games and just throw it out and play and have a good time. Because that's the whole thing about this game. It's one of those games you just have a good time playing.
It is.
As long as, you're not going from page 3 to page 2 to page 23 to page 5.
Probably that would change if you do that. What's that? Player versus player.
I mean, I gave it a 4 for replayability. I mean, I'm biased in the sense of scenario-based games where once you finish the scenario, you can just kind of put the game away. And I mean, that's just me as a scenario. I don't typically like them because I like you said, you can kind of make your own scenarios, but that's not why you purchase the game for, in my opinion. You kind of just want to play it. I don't have the time to create my own scenarios, alright? I don't know about you guys, but I don't have the time to be like,
Oh no, I get you. I'm just saying in a world where you buy video games to play. You buy a video game now, you never play the story not one damn time, but you're online playing constantly.
Well, yeah, but that's a different medium.
Well,
This is...
Even based on yours, though, the typical scenario in this takes about an hour. There's 4 scenarios per campaign, so that's 4 hours. Times 6 scenarios, times 6 campaigns with the expansions, that's 24 plus hours of playing this game.
And that's great. I mean, there's a lot of replayability with the same group. And that's always fun. But when you want to take this game out again and you try to do a scenario-based campaign, you can't. You're gonna be playing either the same scenario over and over or a different scenario in the first chapter. Like it's
yeah. It for him, if he did that, it's like, oh my god,
yeah.
I already know what.
If you're the owner of the game, you're having different people over every game night.
He's that guy I was talking about.
I'm that guy.
Yeah.
But you must also remember, we played this same scenario twice tonight. Once to kind of learn it, once to do the playthrough.
I wouldn't want to play it again.
But both times the scenario were completely different.
He's like my dad watching a movie. I've seen it. I don't want to watch it.
One time we were rolling through a
the
easy. The second time we were struggling.
Like that,
yeah, but I want to experience something new the next time I play. If I play this Ghostbusters game again, I want to do a different scenario in a different setting.
Can we agree on this that's the replayability on that?
That's a 4. It's a good
personal choice.
There's a lot of stuff to do. I'm not gonna say there's not anything to do, but
here's the real kicker.
What's yours?
I gave it a 3.
See, I'm curious.
Wow, really?
And the reason why I gave it a free
3.
A free
3.
A free 3?
A free 3. It's just only 3. That's not true.
It's late. I'm tired. I gave it a 3 because it's ramped up, and the events make it more difficult. The rule book makes it kind of tedious, and I think it takes away from the overall replayability. It's one of those, if you crank it out and all of a sudden you get hemmed up, are you going to keep wanting to do that over and over and over again for different scenarios? That's where I got the 3 from. But leading into our last category of fun, it's a effing 5. I mean, it is a fun game because, sorry folks, if this is the first review you've watched that I've done, I like the challenge of it because if it's hard to play, it makes me want to play to win. It makes me want to keep trying to figure it out. So that's why I think the overall fun for me is a 5, because the added challenge of the events, the new characters, the negative effects that happen to you, all that kind of good stuff just adds to the fun.
Chris?
I give it 4. I don't have a good reason. It's 4. I don't know how to explain it.
I just gave up on this one.
It's not that it's not fun, but it's not like it's amazingly fun. It's not like I
didn't get that.
It's not like, yes, this is great, but it's not like,
oh,
this is kind of bad. It's enjoyable. It's not a super entertaining game. Not to say I didn't have a good time, but
I didn't hate it.
I didn't hate it.
4 is not really. You said you would hate it because 4 is high.
I didn't hate it. I didn't love it. I thought it was good.
4 is. I'll play it twice.
I did play it twice. I mean, there's nothing bad or good, like super bad or super good to say about it. It's a fun game. It's just in that level of, yeah, I'll try this out. Somewhere it'd be like, hey, you want to play Ghostbusters? I'd be like, yeah. But, I could play something else too,
Yeah, your buddy's over there breaking out the old Proton packs from when he was a kid. He's like, oh, you meant the board game.
Yeah, this might be, because I haven't really...
Do you think his buddies have a Proton pack from when they
were
kids? Our buddies.
Yes.
I'm young. I haven't seen
There you go.
I'm young and I'm completely out of culture from some of these things. I haven't seen the Ghostbusters movies. At least I don't remember them.
Kid?
I haven't read I haven't read the comics.
I don't even think you probably watched it. Okay.
I want to see them. I want to read them. I'm being biased because of that, and I know. It's a classic. I want to see it. I just haven't had.
Bill Murray forever!
It's a good movie. I haven't seen it. I don't remember it. I know about it. I know everything about it. I just haven't seen it. Okay.
Guys,
God.
there you go.
Hey,
Generation
I'm
gap.
sorry. Your homework
It's to see the movie.
before next week is Ghostbusters, Stripes, and What About Bob, okay?
No. Do you have Netflix?
And don't
I
forget
do.
Groundhog Day.
I've seen Ground. It's a great. I love Bill Murray. I'm not.
And you haven't seen Ghostbusters.
You have to.
I can't. Okay, I've seen it. I don't remember it.
The
All right.
Ghostbusters cartoons from the 80s is on
That I
Netflix.
haven't seen.
So, now that we've heard from Chris,
What can
all
I
right.
say?
So, I gave Fun a 4.
What?
I enjoyed the game. Okay, that's why 4 is above average. I enjoyed the game.
I like how we keep going
I
back to that.
It's above
find
average.
It's not a
bad.
sin to give something a 4. It's okay.
I
It's a
find
personal choice.
I just found that the tediousness of there's going through the rulebook, the tediousness of having to remember the event, the
Yeah,
tediousness of everything on the cards for all the ghosts. It took away from my fun.
There's some bookkeeping.
There
yeah.
are things in
There's
this game
some
that they could have simplified a little bit.
Well, how would
That-
you simplify that? I don't even know. Like, I think that's perfect. That right there, I think that's great. I
Hey,
I
hey,
agree with the event deck. though.
did I interrupt
his
your
score.
fun?
A little bit. No, we go on.
But no, I mean, I had a good time. I just found that those things took away from the overall fun that it could be. Now, granted, say we play this for 4 days straight, got the rules down pat, didn't have to
gonna say
look at the
that.
thing. Yeah, fun would probably go up a little bit, but I don't know.
That's just Stockholm syndrome.
I think the event really the events took away for me.
That the whole event stuff with
And
the
having to remember
bookkeeping,
it.
yeah, that's a lot
It
of.
was just
I'd have to agree on that. I hate having to look
Glenda?
back on stuff.
I gave it a
5, I bet.
5.
I knew it. You gave 5 all around.
Okay, let's take away from all the equation, all this, the hardness of looking, okay, at the rule book and everything. Let's say we're so familiar with it. It isn't going to be more fun. After a while, you know which moves which way. You know, diagonal, X, whatever. But because, that's why I'm agreeing. Because it's our first time and everything. So you really have to go to the rule book and find out what's the next book. But most of the games you have to anyway if you don't never played it before. So I give it a 5. I like the challenges. I like the events. I like that, okay, you just, you know, you killed it, but, you know, you get slime afterwards. It's just, for me, it's the fun. It's not just, you know, it's not like a Lego game that you never die. What's the fun of it? You know, I like the challenge of this game. And I'm biased. I like it. So it's a F5.
so.
Fun 5.
5 5s.
5 fun.
No, she had
Five.
4. She had something else in
Did you
there.
have
She
a
had
4?
I have a 3.
She has
She had 3 on rulebook.
Oh, that's right.
We all there was
So-
the rulebook.
Given all that, what's the
Overall.
Overall score for Ghostbusters, the board game 2.
4.3.
Close. 4.2.
Still high.
4.2 for Ghostbusters, the board game 2. Like
My
Cryptozoic.
math
4.2
sucks.
out of 10.
Math's
That's-
close.
4.2 out of 5.
I know. Make it sound worse.
So it means it's good.
I mean, we've established it's good.
Well, actually, I don't think any of us didn't have a good time playing.
No, I think I was great. I had a lot of fun.
I think that the main thing we all had a problem with, and all of us did,
The rules.
was the rule book.
Correct.
But there's the thing too is we all know those games. We've all seen games come out, and rule books have been bad.
Mhm.
And within a few months, you get a revised version
And
or
also,
a fact sheet
or
or
years.
something. Yeah.
It also doesn't matter though, because the rule book can be bad, but
As long as it's playable?
once you have the game,
do what you want with it.
yeah.
Again, it's yours,
And
and you can do whatever with it.
debatable. I don't know.
See, I
See?
told you, he's that guy.
He's
He's
that
that
guy.
guy.
What's that guy?
Because we're creative.
Yeah,
We'll,
yeah.
we'll explain it to you later, but you're that guy.
You're that guy.
What's the guy?
We can come up
Trust
with
me on
anything.
this. You're the guy.
I'm the guy. I'm that guy.
He's the guy. So 4.2. As always, guys, support your local gaming. We support Discover Games, Fayetteville, Georgia. Just a real quick shout out. We will be at Discover Games this Saturday.
Signing autographs.
And helping with a demo for a game that will be coming to Kickstarter later this fall.
Will you be signing autographs?
No.
Tim, what's the name of that game?
What's the name of the game?
You said Dungeon
It's
Crawl.
the something of Barnacle Bay.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah,
Maybe-
Barnacle Bay, something.
Something about
Maybe you should have told me he
Guys,
was going
I'm
to mention
sorry.
that
Yeah, I
in the
know,
video
it's my bad.
before you throw it out.
It's a long name. But the guy who designed it used to work for Cool Mini or Not. He went off on his own company, and they're going to be running their own, doing their own game. So we'll be up there on Saturday from 3 o'clock to about 7 o'clock. We'll be playing the first one. And
He
then-
uses "we" loosely when he says from 3 to 7.
But anyways, guys, as always, game on.
Game on, everybody.
She's not saying it?
Game on!
I know you're not going to say it.
Like, game on?
Thank you, finally.
You said on!
Game on.
Cryptozoic games, y'all. Check it out. If you ain't got this one,
Get the other one?
yeah, get the other one first.
Well, no, get this one.
No, get the other one first.
Why would you get the first one?
Because you want the first one to show that they play the fucking scenario so you know the game.
Okay.
Plus you get Stay Puft.
When did
Oh,
This is
you
what I have
You
to
don't
put
know
up
the
with,
fuck
folks.
Stay
I know
Puft
what
is.
Stay Puft is.
Do you see what I have to put up with?
I wanted to use
Come on.
You get Statue of Liberty in this one.
I know, this is so
That's
The millennial, folks.
I don't represent all millennials.
It's so funny.